If I told you that walking every day isn't enough to keep your legs strong after 60, would you believe me? Most seniors around the world, even those who care deeply about their health, believe that simply walking regularly means they're doing everything right. But scientific evidence is showing the opposite. Once you're over 60, your legs begin to lose strength 2 to 3 times faster than before, and walking no longer activates the muscle groups needed to keep you stable and steady. Meanwhile, in Japan, famous for its longevity and lifelong mobility, older adults remain stable, flexible, and free to move even into their 80s and 90s. They don't lift heavy weights, they don't go to the gym, and they don't use special equipment. They simply maintain 6 very simple exercises rooted in traditional daily habits. And these 6 movements have helped Japanese seniors nearly double their leg strength compared to people of the same age in many other countries. Here's the remarkable part. These Japanese exercises for seniors don't just strengthen muscles. They reactivate the neuromuscular system that has been dormant for years, the system responsible for standing, climbing stairs, maintaining balance, and preventing falls. And at this point, you may be wondering, why can Japanese seniors do this, while so many people over 60 in other countries cannot?
And from that very question, we step into a powerful truth that most seniors over 60 have never been clearly told. It's not age that makes your legs weaker. It's the deep, stabilizing muscles, the balance-controlling fibers, the reflex pathways, slowly falling asleep. Walking only activates 20 to 30% of the leg musculature. But once you're over 60, your body needs more. It needs exercises that wake up proprioception and movements that are smart, the very ones Japanese elders have quietly practiced for centuries. Research from the University of Tokyo shows adults over 70 who practice just 6 correct movements can double their leg control in 8 to 12 weeks. Stabilizer muscles activate 40% more compared to walking. Fall risk drops by nearly 50%. The truth is, your strength hasn't disappeared. It's simply waiting to be reactivated the right way. And that is exactly what we are about to explore. Once you understand this secret, you'll see your leg health and your entire aging journey in a completely new light.
And once you understand that your strength hasn't disappeared, but has simply fallen asleep, you'll see that the story you're about to hear is not just inspiring, it is living proof of what the Japanese have done for generations. In the city of Osaka, there is a man named Hoshino, 72. He used to be an engineer, walking long distances, climbing slopes every day. But after retiring, everything changed faster than he ever expected. Within just a few years, he began to stand up from a chair more slowly, lose balance often when turning, feel a slight tremble in his knees every time he stepped up a curb, and worst of all, he slipped lightly in the bathroom, even though he still walked 8,000 steps a day. What worried him most wasn't the pain, it was the fear of losing his independence. One morning at a local community center, he met a trainer older than him, Mitsuko, 79. But what shocked him was how she stood, bent down, and balanced, quick and steady, like someone in her early 50s. When he asked for her secret, she simply smiled and said, "We Japanese don't just walk, we train our legs through small daily movements." She showed him the 6 traditional exercises she had practiced for nearly 30 years, gentle isometric postures, one-legged standing, the Japanese resting squat, slow sampa stepping, and the horse stance. Hoshino started with just 10 seconds a day, even needing to hold on to a table for support. But after only 8 weeks, he could stand up from a chair without using his hands. His balance improved dramatically. His legs no longer trembled on steps, and most importantly, his fear of falling disappeared. He said, "I didn't become younger. I just regained the ability I thought I had lost." And that brings us to the next part, where I'll show you exactly how these 6 exercises work. Let's begin right now. The 6 movements that have transformed the legs of thousands of Japanese adults over 60.
1. Resting squat, the Japanese resting position. Foundation of strength, flexibility, circulation. In Japan, this isn't considered an exercise. It's a way of living. People squat to rest, to tie their shoes, to garden, even to wait for the train. The special part is this. By simply holding this position each day, they naturally activate quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, core muscles. A University of Tokyo study found that adults over 70 who maintain deep squat habits have leg strength comparable to people in their 50s. Gentlest version for seniors. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart. Slowly lower your hips, keeping heels on the ground. Hold a chair or table for support. Hold for 10 to 20 seconds if you're a beginner. Common mistakes. Lifting the heels increases knee pressure. Rounding the back causes lower back pain. Safety note. If your knees hurt, reduce the depth and use a chair as support. 2. One-leg balance, the one-leg stand. Core of balance, fall prevention. It looks simple, but this is a key exercise in Japanese healthy aging programs. Why it matters? Most falls in adults over 60 happen within 1 second of losing control when the ankle isn't strong enough, the hips aren't stable, the brain reacts too slowly due to low neuromuscular activation. A 10-year study in Kyoto found that older adults who held one-leg balance for 40 seconds had 40 to 60% lower fall risk. Safe way to perform. Stand next to a wall or table. Shift your weight onto one leg. Lift the opposite foot 3 to 5 centimeters off the floor. Focus your gaze on a fixed point. Time goals. Beginners, 10 to 15 seconds per leg. Progress to 60 seconds. Common mistakes. Lifting the leg too high, hip shifts out of alignment. Tensing the shoulders reduces balance. 3. Horse stance, kibadachi. Static strength, powerful grounding posture. This Japanese martial arts stance is also one of the best joint-friendly strength builders for seniors. Targets, inner thighs, quadriceps, glutes, core. A study in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science found that adults aged 65 to 75 who practiced horse stance increased leg strength by 24% in 12 weeks. How to do it? Stand 1.5 times shoulder width. Bend knees as if sitting on a low stool. Keep feet parallel. Keep your back straight. Hold 10 to 20 seconds for beginners. Common mistakes. Knees pushing past toes. Hips too high, less effective. Bouncing, loses isometric core activation. 4. Sampa walking, Japanese mindful walking. Boosts proprioception, refines strength, circulation. In Japanese culture, older adults often practice sampa as a daily ritual. It is ultra-slow walking, focusing entirely on the sensation of the foot touching the ground. Heel, midfoot, then toes. Why it's more effective than regular walking? Sampa activates the tiny muscles responsible for balance, directional control, and reaction speed.
A study on Japanese adults 65 plus showed a 50% improvement in lower limb circulation, a 40% reduction in fall risk, and a 50% increase in dynamic balance. Safe practice. Start in a hallway. Walk 4 to 5 times slower than normal pace. Take a deep breath every 3 steps. Mistakes. Walking too fast loses the effect. Not paying attention to the feet. 5. Heel raises, calf elevations. Activates the second heart, improves blood flow, strengthens calves. In Japan, the calves are considered essential muscles after age 60 because they help improve blood circulation, maintain balance, climb stairs, and reduce leg swelling. Research from Otomi University found that heel raises increase soleus muscle activation, reducing poor circulation risk by 30%. How to do it? Stand near a wall. Slowly rise onto your toes. Lower back down very slowly. Start with 2 times 15 reps. Progress to 3 times 20 reps. Mistakes. Swaying the torso reduces effectiveness. Moving too fast, muscles don't activate fully. 6. Wall squat, wall sit. The strongest isometric exercise for seniors, but knee-friendly. Widely used in Japanese rehabilitation programs and extremely effective for adults over 60. Targets: quadriceps, glutes, core. Japanese research found that adults aged 65 to 75 who practiced wall squats for 8 weeks increased leg strength by 14% and improved stair climbing ability by 27%. How to do it? Lean your back against a wall, slide down until your knees form a 90-degree angle. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds if you're a beginner. Mistakes: holding your breath, loss of control. Knees collapsing inward, higher injury risk.
When you try even just one of these movements, even for 10 seconds, you'll feel something strange yet incredibly real. Your legs have never abandoned you. They've simply been waiting for the right signal to wake up. Stand up right now if you can. Place your hands on the back of a chair for safety. Lower your knees slightly, like the horse stance, and hold for 5 seconds. You'll feel your thighs tighten, but without pain. Your core engage gently. Your legs steadier than you expected. And most importantly, you are controlling your body, not your age. That tiny moment is what the Japanese call hajimari, a quiet, powerful beginning. From that hajimari moment, the moment you truly feel your legs waking up, we step into the most important part, reconnecting with yourself, with the strength that aging sometimes makes us forget. After 60, health is no longer about being stronger than others, but about freedom. The freedom to stand up without holding on. The freedom to go down the stairs without fear. The freedom to walk with ease and calm. The freedom to live at your own rhythm without worrying about falling, without fearing weakness. The Japanese call this jikaku, a deep awareness that your body still wants to protect you as long as you treat it with patience and kindness. And when you begin to feel, I can still do this, that isn't just the strength of your legs, it's the strength of your confidence returning.
And when that confidence begins to return, when you feel that your body still holds so much untapped ability, that is the perfect moment to take one more small step forward. If you want stronger legs, better balance, and a more confident spirit after 60, leave a simple comment: I'm starting today. Just 3 words, but 3 words that open the door to a new journey. Share this video with a friend, a loved one, or anyone who may be worried about their health after 60. Sometimes one video at the right moment can change the months, even years ahead for them. And if you'd like to continue exploring gentle, science-based Japanese exercises designed for senior health, watch the video appearing beside this one. Keep going, because every small step you take today becomes the steady strength you'll stand on tomorrow.